But talking about the articles that came out, obviously there's that article previous day about Muswellbrook and the efforts by New South Wales government to support migrants going into more regional centres, and then them saying, well, look, there isn't the full infrastructure and everything else, but there's skilled migration. Here's an article talking about what happens when you do have skilled migration coming in, but they're coming from, well, a diverse number of nations, and so they're encountering culture shock and, well, reactions of fear, I guess. It is interesting. I mean, it's an interesting statistic there that 2/3 of nurses and midwives in New South Wales. Oh, wait a second, hang on. I'll correct that. 2/3 of nurses and midwives from culturally or linguistically diverse backgrounds have been the victims of racism at work. Now, is that racism from workmates or from patients? Because nursing and midwifery, as an industry, there is an awful lot of abuse directed at them from patients. Because, well, you're not dealing with people at their best. You're dealing with people who are sick, who need help. It's like police and or other first responders and their interaction with members of the public. Very rarely do they encounter people having a good day. They're going to encounter people who are in crisis, who are not doing very well, and are going to lash out. And it results in a lot of very jaded people. But okay, so 1 in 5 said they've been abused or insulted, 18% have racially harassed. So, okay, basically 1 in 5. But 1 in 10, name calling by patients, clients, or colleagues. Again, it's a question is how much of that is coming out of the patient. And I mean, it's still not nice that it's happening based along racial lines, but there is an awful lot of abuse in those industries. Well, there you go. Okay, so there's the number. Now, the question is how many of the workers, it's only the union members, but how many more are out there? 1/3 from culturally and linguistically diverse background, which, I mean, points to a reasonably healthy, I wouldn't say, well, healthy workforce, but they've obviously been working on bringing in skilled migrants. Doesn't always work, as the following paragraph talks about, the rather abhorrent incident from a Sydney hospital where nurses were talking about withholding treatment from people of certain ethnicities. That's never going to cut the mustard. But no, it's good to see that there is, I guess, efforts to bring in skilled migration, but obviously it's not going to be perfect. It's not sunshines and rainbows. Happiness for every day in some of these industries doesn't matter where you come from. So, unfortunately.